okay. So I've always been kind of fascinated about this, how one becomes an electrician, because it's not something you can just do. I mean, there's this whole apprenticeship, journeyman, onto, the master electrician. I mean, from what I understand, it takes almost as long to become a master electrician as it does to start college and make it through your PhD.
It takes, you become an apprentice, you have to get on, because you have to have on-the-job training too, along with your education part of it.
Okay.
So you have to do both kind of simultaneously. So you do first year, second year, third year, fourth year. You need 8,000 hours to go ahead and test for your journeyman with the state. And you have to prove that, and then you have to prove your class time, all that stuff. You can become a residential wireman after 2 years. You still have to prove your class time and stuff like that still. Then, after you do that, you test and you get your journeyman, but you still have to wait another year to get your master's. But you still have to prove that you've run work, bid work, did blueprint reading, all that stuff. So there's more to getting your master's. Some people, the journeyman, think, well, I could just go get it after a year, but you got to be a lot more in detail, and they're starting to check more on that now too.
Right.
That way they get the right people mastered up, not just anybody. So.
And so, like 8,000 hours, let's just assume in a regular 40-hour work week, what real time frame are you talking about?
They're only
here?
allowed 2,000 hours a year too. So
wow, okay.
Overtime
so
don't count, nothing counts.
Is
so
at
just
least 4 hours.
Yep, that's 40 hours
4
a week.
years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, at least.
At least.
And that's working as an apprentice.
As an apprentice, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how does one go about getting into that type of, like, an apprenticeship?
There's classes, the IBC up here, not everything that actually there's, and then the union offers one too. If you want to become a union electrician, you can go through them, pay your dues, you still pay for your classes.
Right.
Some companies, bigger companies, will pay for your schooling if they can afford it. So.
Right. And so you go through those classes, you get through the journeyman, and then it's on to,
testing.
the apprentice, then testing.
And then you can still keep going for your master's if you want to run your own company. Master's gives you the ability to go ahead and own your own company and run your own company.
Okay, so if you're not a master, you can't own or
no.
Okay, an electrician. Okay, I got
that is required for you to have your own company. Is you have to have your master's. So
okay, all right, that's interesting.
I've ran a lot of companies, bigger corporate companies. I've gotten some companies that are no longer around because after I left, they didn't realize what I was doing behind the scene to take care of the bigger customers. So I actually got my master's from a bigger company. They paid me to get my master's. That way I could help them run some stuff.
That's a way to do it.
Oh, yeah.
So do you guys, do you look for journeymen, or what's
we look for both.
Apache's need? I know you guys are always looking for really
we look
quality.
For the experienced ones because we can't have apprentices without the experienced ones. I think the ratio now is 3 to 1, so you could have one journeyman with 3 apprentices.
I got you.
But you want your apprentices to be anywhere from 1 to 4 years with your journeyman. That way he has the level of experience. That way he can concentrate more on the first year, teaching him, and the other guys could still kind of be off on their own doing stuff that still supervised by him, but they could still do it.
That's similar to how we do it at my office. We have a gal and she's really great, right out of law school. But there's only so many fresh out of law school, people you can effectively take on. You want people who, even if they don't do precisely the type of legal work that, like I love to hire people from the district attorney's office in particular because they're extraordinarily seasoned litigators. They do jury trials and lots of them. And they have a heart for people, and so, but we can take on more of those, but not very many, fresh out of school. So I think that's sort of what you're saying too.
We like getting apprentices that aren't. I like first year apprentices, guys that are green, because then you can teach them, and they don't have no habits from the other companies.
I got you.
And it's always nicer because you get those ones that have been with somebody that was arrogant, and they have that arrogance to them. I know it all. I know this. No, you don't. Because I'm 33 years, I still don't know it all. And I probably die and still not know it all because there's a lot to do with electrical. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff that you got to know.